On this week's show, Dark Tower to get new TV series, Talisman to get new distributor, and the Dice Tower to get new winners. Hello and welcome to the Fancy News Show from the Bottled Imp. My name is Ken Boyter and this is your weekly fix of fancy goodness. We do start with some sad news though, unfortunately. George A Romero, the famous zombie director, has sadly passed away. He died peacefully in his sleep due to unfortunate battle with lung cancer. And obviously he's best known for his, well, revolution in modern zombie horror films. It all started way back in 1968 with Night of the Living Dead. So obviously us here at the Bottled Imp would like to pass on our condolences to his friends and family. Also in the news this week, the BBC has announced the new Doctor for the world's longest running sci-fi TV show. It's, wait for it, you probably know already, Jodie Whittaker. Yes, the new Time Lord is a Time Lady. The 13th Doctor identity was revealed in a trailer broadcast after the BBC's coverage of the Wimbledon men's single final on Sunday. And Whittaker will make her debut on the Sci-Fi show as the Doctor regenerates in the Christmas special later this year. The 35-year-old actress has been in loads of film and TV and stage and a bit of radio as well. And she's probably best known for her role as Beth Latimer in ITV's hit show Broadchurch. But not all Doctor Who fans are happy with the announcement, claiming on Twitter, well, some are anyway, that the new Doctor should always be male. Well, I for one welcome this change. I don't mind a female. I think it's going to be brilliant. I think it will regenerate, see what I did there, the show. It keeps the show fresh. Plus the Doctor, why shouldn't it be a female? Nowhere in the history of the show has it ever said that they're always male. Yes, there are Time Lords and Time Ladies, but in fact there's history now because the Master did regenerate as a woman a couple of series ago. So, you know, there's already been precedent set there, so why not? And also the Doctor actually relies on his intelligence and, you know, outwitting his foes in a clever way rather than using violence, which some may say that the strongest male would actually be stronger than the strongest female, if you see what I mean. So I think it's a good thing, and I think Jodie Whittaker is a fantastic actress. I think she's going to bring a lot to the role. I think she'll bring, you know, that quirkiness, that gravitas that you need as well, that seriousness, which you can certainly do as an actress. So yeah, good luck Jodie. I'm looking forward to the new series. The current Doctor, Peter Capaldi, who took over the role in 2013, leaves the forthcoming Christmas special. He leaves in that one, and that's when Jodie Whittaker's 13th Doctor will be introduced. To find out more about the show and the new Doctor, you can visit the official website, which is doctorwho.tv, and we will put any links that I mention in the description of the show. Idris Elba is to return to the Gunslinger role in the proposed Dark Tower TV series. The Dark Tower film, which will be unleashed in cinemas in just a few weeks, has also spawned plans for a Dark Tower TV series that have once again resurfaced. News about the TV show was released back in September 2016 when producer Ron Howard insisted that the TV show will still happen despite any film announcements since. Well, writer and producer Avik Goldsman has recently reiterated that the TV show is in fact coming, and the first episode has already got a script for it. It's already been written, the first episode I should say. And he stated that the first episode of the show has been written, and we hope that to retain Ron's original idea to mix platforms, something that seemed revolutionary 10 years ago, but now it's something that other people have done. Idris for sure is part of this, and if the movie is Ronald Deschen's The Gunslinger, I know I've pronounced that wrongly, the show is that character's origin story based on the fourth novel of the series, Wizard and Glass. The Wizard and Glass book series is set after the Gunslinger and his followers has escaped into another world. Hopefully more about the plans for future films and TV shows will be announced after the Dark Tower hits the cinema on the 4th of August in the US and the 18th of August in the UK. To find out more about the film, you can visit their official website, which is thedarktower-movie.com/site. Coiledspring has secured the UK distribution rights for Games Workshop massively popular fantasy game Talisman, the Magical Quest game. Coiledspring have won the rights to deliver the 4th edition of the board game and 6 of its expansions to retailers. They've yet to say which of those expansions are going to be available straight away, and they have teased that there's going to be more expansions to follow in the future. Coiledspring MD Roger Martin said, "We are delighted to add such an iconic game to our catalogue and bring this fantastic range to our customers." Rory Kelly, the key account manager at Coiledspring, added, "There's been a lot of anticipation around since Games Workshop took back ownership of the rights to the game in February, so this represents a great opportunity for us to continue to grow the game across the UK and Ireland. The reprint of Talisman and some of the expansions will be in shops from October 2017, and this is great news because prices for the 4th edition, the Fantasy Flight 4th edition, have skyrocketed since the announcement, because obviously Fantasy Flight weren't printing them anymore. Consequently, everyone panicked and thought, well, you know, will I be able to get those expansions that I've been waiting to get? So my advice really is maybe hold off a little bit. Don't pay the big prices that currently are on offer at the moment for the 4th edition, because it looks like this is going to be the reprint that you have all waited for. The winners of the 2016 Dice Tower Tabletop Awards have been announced. The Dice Tower YouTube channel and podcast, run and hosted by Tom Vassell, and which is devoted to tabletop games, have announced their annual award winners. The nominees were selected by a panel of roughly 100 people, and voting shortly after... Hang on, this doesn't make sense. Anyway, it was all managed by Jason Levine, who is kind of part of the Dice Tower as well. The winners had a healthy amount of fantasy-themed games, and those included Best Game of the Year, which presumably is the biggie, I think that's the big award, was Scythe, which is designed by Jamie Stegmaier and Alan Stone. Best Artwork, Scythe, designed by the same people, obviously. Best Board Game Production, Mechs vs. Minions, designed by Chris Cantel, Rick Erst, Stone Libran, oh, I'm so sorry, Pershant Saraswat, Nathan Tiras. Best cooperative game was Manson's, what is wrong with me today? Manson's Madness, which is the 2nd edition designed by Nikki Valens. You can see the full list of the winners by visiting their website, which is dicetower.com/dice-tower-awards/2016. An ancient house of dead has been discovered in Wiltshire, dating back 5,000 years. Archaeologists and students from the University of Reading have discovered the find and say that they could contain the ancestors of those that lived around Stonehenge and Avebury. As part of the university's final archaeology field school in the I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Anyway, students and staff of the university, with the support of volunteers from the area, have investigated the site of the Neolithic Long Barrow burial mound in a place known as Cat's Brain, the first to be fully investigated in Wiltshire in half a century. The Cat's Brain Long Barrow consists of 2 ditches flanking what appeared to be a central building. This may have been covered with a mound made of earth, dug from ditches, but has been ploughed flat over many centuries. The monument, which predates the Mardenhenge over 1,000 years, may contain human remains buried there around 3,600 BC. That is a long time ago. The monument was first spotted by an aerial photography and followed up by geophysical survey imagery. To read more about it, which would probably make a bit more sense, about the story, you can visit the Heritage Daily website, and that's a long link, so you need to go to the description to click on that to read more about that one. 9 Worlds is a convention celebrating all things geek culture. 9 Worlds gives you the chance to meet the creators, fans and academics of your favourite books, films, TV shows, games and comics. For 3 days and nights, 9 Worlds will play host to over 250 programme items such as discussions, workshops, activities, performance and DJ sets as well. Sounds a lot of fun. All the geeky fun does take place at the Novotel Hotel, London West, over 3 days from the 4th to the 6th of August. To find out more and to book your tickets, you can go to www.nineworlds.co.uk. Kickstarter. Crusaders Thy Will Be Done is a brand new game designed by Seth Jaffe from Tasty Minstrel Games. The year is 1119 AD. The Crusading orders were formed to protect thousands of pilgrims who were travelling to Jerusalem. The knights were closely tied to the Crusades, and they were considered to be some of the most highly skilled fighting units of that time. The order grew in wealth and power for almost 200 years until King Philip IV of France had them persecuted and arrested for reasons that are discussed by historians today. Some say that he borrowed a lot of money from those Templars and he couldn't pay it back, so he decided, you know what, I'm going to crush them. Fair enough. Crusaders Thy Will Be Done puts the players in the role of the leader of a crusading order, and using an innovative, I don't know how you pronounce this, manicular and rondel mechanism, they will move their knights through Europe and the Middle East. They will be battling with enemies, construct buildings, and they will be training troops, all the while trying to be the order that has gained the most influence before the game comes to an end. The game is for 2 to 4 players, has tons of components, and will be published by Inglorious Deluxified format. I love when they make up words there. Tasty Minstrel Games, mark of excellent manufacturing quality. So if it's in deluxified format, you know it's good quality apparently. They do have lots of stretch goals, and some have already been unlocked. They have smashed their target, and the campaign finished on the 5th of August. Hand of Glory are modular magnetic gaming miniatures with interchangeable magnetic items. This is a really cool concept. Hand of Glory is a new type of gaming miniature with a twist. Each Hand of Glory figure and accessories is magnetised using tiny rare earth magnets. This means for the first time you'll be able to change your character on the fly. The project is inspired by the open world RPG video games such as Skyrim and The Whitcher. In the video game world, characters can collect trade weapons, customise different layouts for specific battles, managing infantry, experimenting with powerful dual weapons combinations, and searching for unique items along the way. All of the highly detailed characters and accessories are cast in the US from the finest lead-free pewter and are easily paintable. There are 19 heroes in this first collection and 2 add-on figures. They are heroic scale, there's a heroic scale which is 32mm, and they range in size from 25mm right through to 40mm. And the 9 heroes are as follows: the Sorcerer, Dwarf, Knight, Ranger, Samurai, Barbarian, Elf, Cleric and Thief, with the 2 add-ons being Goblin and the Demon. They have over 100 unique items, including sword, axes, shields, warhammers, magical items, potions, crossbows, torches, and even a dragon familiar. I like the sound of that one. Each highly painted pewter accessory universally fits all of the figures. And once again, they've also smashed their target, and the campaign finished on the 12th of August. So basically it means that if you want to swap out a sword for an axe, for example, you can, because they've got little hands with holding different weapons that you can do that. Plus you can put other little items on the characters as well. Looks very, very cool. Magic the Gathering artist Johannes Voss has created a new card token collection. Johannes Voss is an illustrator for Magic the Gathering card game, as well as painting card art for the game. He also enjoys designing his own tokens to use within the game. He created them for himself to begin with, but then wanted to share them with others who love Magic the Gathering just as much as he does. The collection has 54 tokens with no duplicates, and the cards include such ones as Snake, Zombie, Assassin, Elemental, Elf Druid and Legendary Monkey. Hey, like the sound of that one. Plus he has created token cards exclusive to this Kickstarter campaign. The cards are 300 gram coated playing card stock, and they are the exact measurements of Magic the Gathering cards, which is 63 by 88mm, and will all fit into the same sleeves. So obviously you can integrate them into the official game. They've reached their target, and the campaign finishes on the 13th of August. Bottled Imp news. This week on the Friday Fantasy Show, I'm going to be taking a look at the 2 to 6 player set collecting card game Ghost Hunters, the Spirits deck, and that is designed by games designer Kedrick Winks. So you can check that out this Friday. But that's all we have time for. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, we do have a fellowship that you can join if you go onto our Facebook and search for the Bottled Imp Fellowship. Click join and we'll add you in. Remember to subscribe to our channel as well. But until next time, remember to keep it unreal, especially if you are a ghost hunter.